The Philippine economy grew by 5.9% in the third quarter of 2023 compared to 4.3% in the second quarter, National Statistician Denisse said in a briefing on Thursday. Gross domestic product in the 3 months through September may be the first acceleration recorded, but still slower than the 7.7% pace clocked in the same quarter of the last year and still far from the goal of 7.2% year-on-year growth by the fourth quarter. National Economic and Development Authority Secretary Arsenio Balisacan stated that the Philippine economy is the fastest among the major emerging economies in Asia that have released their third quarter 2023 GDP growth, with Vietnam at 5.3%, Indonesia and China at 4.9%, and Malaysia at 3.3%. The Department of Health, or DOH, has announced that the number of measles cases in the Philippines has grown 4 times to 1,829 cases between January 1 to October 14, 2023, compared to 458 in 2022. In addition, there have already been 6 casualties this year, in contrast to 0 last year. According to DOH Undersecretary Eric Tayag in an interview, the extreme rise in measles cases is a result of the 3-year COVID-19 pandemic, which saw low routine immunizations for measles nationwide. Tayag emphasized that children below a year old should have 2 doses of measles vaccine, but the accumulation of susceptible has increased through the years due to the decrease of immunization activities. Although supplemental immunization has reached 85% for this year, Tayag stressed that a further increase in cases for measles is expected towards the end of 2023. The National Grid Corporation of the Philippines, or NGCP, may have to give a refund to their customers by the end of the year after the Energy Regulatory Commission, or ERC, has found that the reported revenues of the country's power grid operator from 2016 to 2020 were higher than its total allowable revenue. According to the ERC on Wednesday, the NGCP had included corporate social responsibility, or CSR, expenses in the total operating expenditures, which has resulted to collecting a total of 2.4 billion pesos from consumers for public relations and corporate social responsibility, 46.2 million pesos in charitable donations, and a donation of 942 million pesos for a COVID-19 preventive drive. The ERC added that network and non-network related operating and maintenance costs, such as advertising expenses or COVID-19 donations, that were not proven to redound to the benefit of consumers were likewise disallowed, resulting to a cut on allowable revenues to 183.5 billion pesos compared to the 387.8 billion pesos application. South Korea's YG Entertainment founder is sentenced to 6 months imprisonment and 1 year probation for coercing an informant to withdraw a testimony against one of his former artists in an appeals court on Wednesday. Seoul High Court's Criminal Division 6-3 ruled that Yang Hyun-suk misused his position by forcing an informant to have a meeting together. Yang was first indicted in 2019 on charges of threatening Han So-hee, a former K-pop trainee who was a witness to boy band icon member B.I.'s allegation of illegal drug use.